Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm happy to co-host this webinar with my friend and our customer, Vlad, about human and AI agent interactions, patterns, and outcome from real-time telemetry. So before the webinar starts, there's something I want to mention. The webinar will be recorded, so we will share the recording link later. And if you have any questions, submit them in the chat, and we will cover those questions in the Q&A. And last, please join our Timeplus community Slack, and if you have more questions, we can discuss there. So first, I would like to introduce you, Vlad and myself. So Vlad, do you want to make a quick introduction about yourself?
Oh, thank you, Tao. I hope everyone can hear me okay. I'm Vlad, and I'm glad to join today. I'm a independent researcher, and I'm voluntarily maintainer of the Agenticracy open source observability standard. I come from a background in law enforcement and in regulated healthcare. I've seen what opportunities AI can bring about. And I've also seen and supported colleagues and various organizations in managing the responsible adoption of AI technologies. And I'm glad to join Tao and Timeplus team today to share how we can learn from each other. And yeah, I'm sure we'll have a great time. Thank you.
Thank you, Vlad. Yeah, I'm looking forward to today's session with you. So yeah, I'm Gang Tao. I'm the CTO and co-founder of Timeplus. I've been working in the data and domain for more than like 25 years. So oh, by the way, I'm soccer fans. There's will be FIFA World Cup this year. Also I'm in Vancouver, so I'm also looking forward to join some of those matches in Vancouver. So let's start today's session. So first, I will quickly introduce what is AgentGuard, what we do, and then I will hand over to Vlad talking about his Agenticracy. So AgentGuard is like a secure AI security platform. So what AgentGuard do is it collect and normalize the event from OpenClaw, Cloud Code, and or other agent, and do the real-time threat detection, leverage Timeplus streaming SQL platform. So every thread is detected in the real time, running under hood. There's a real-time materials view that's doing the real-time detections, and also AgentGuard provide you a live surface, provide all the thread, all the alerts, or alert dashboard. So, and yeah, talking about security, Vlad is investigating some doing the research in a security domain, but it's a human agent security. It's very different than the traditional security. So if you want to know more, I will hand over here to Vlad to talk about his research.
Thank you very much. So personally, I've been using AI for the last 2 or 3 years. The most common AI that we are all aware of by now. And more recently, part of my doctorate, have made a proposal to research the interaction between humans and AI harnesses. In particular, when AgentGuard and Timeplus, as a observability and security platform, looking at the real-time data stream, that is, of course, in my opinion, half of the thing that we would need to govern and support when interacting with AI solutions. Now, I'm coming from a safety critical industry, both in the law enforcement, but also in healthcare. And while we can take all the measures that we can to safely and reliably operate technologies such as AI, when it is deterministic way we are capable of monitoring and governing, then there's also the human side of the interaction and human ergonomics of working with AI. We've all seen that since AI as a technology has been taking quite a lot of speed in adoption, in some places more or less responsibly. We can see that there is a tension forming in between the various actors. Now, the Agenticracy standard, as you will see in the next slide, is looking at measuring in real time the interaction between the human operator and the AI agent harness, and this can be either a Hermes, a paperclip, a Claude, a Codex, whatever your preferred harness that is. You can see Agenticracy, which is also a skill at play. Agenticracy, you will see it's the first open standard that invites both humans and their organizations to observe and respect the adoption standard, but at the same time, it invites the AI agents to use the skill. This way, we can measure the congruence between the humans and the actual AI agent or harnesses. Next skill, Tal. Next slide. Thank you. So as you may have observed in your interactions, many times when you work with an AI harness or an AI traditional chatbot, unwillingly, they will convince you that they have done something or that they truly believe something. And in a similar fashion, we humans, when we interact with AI interfaces, we can develop this techno confusion almost, where there is a terminology as a psychologist, we call it folie à dos. So a lot of the times humans interacting with AI can trip into a loop where we and the AI harness, we reinforce each other. Now, Agenticracy as a standard, which includes quality and training and an adoption checklist, supports the human operator at better understanding how the interaction with the AI system could take place. But because it also is a real-time skill, an API that the agent is connecting into, at the same time, the AI harness is also observing the standard. And this will give us some interesting dynamics that we hope to measure once we go live with the 100 participants. Next slide. Okay, so normally in your chat session with any of the harnesses that you use, we know that we have per session experience, and then we have the turns, and you have this ping pong of ideas and questions and answers and questions and answers. And now we have long horizon tasks also being handed over to AI agents. However, at the moment, if one of these agents or harnesses are reflecting or they're capturing any learning during those tasks, that learning remains visible only to the frontier lab rather than being visible to us, the human operator. So when Agenticracy, the standard, is adopted by the human and the agent harness, at the end of every turn, the agent can reflect on the 7 pillars of agenticracy. Equally, the human can also reflect on that particular session or on that particular turn. This way, the human at the end of the week or at any period, both as individual user, but also as an enterprise, if an enterprise was to adopt this schema, could also learn and own that learning at the organizational level. Of course, you can read more. There are 3 papers printed already. They're in preprint available on Zenodo. We will share the link to the DOI numbers in the chat. And also, because it's an open standard, anyone can learn more by finding us on the opencollective.com/agenticracy, where you can support either with a tweet or with a donation. Next slide. Okay, so once the agent and the human adopt agenticracy, as you can see, there is this continuous loop that I was describing. Without the agenticracy, the loop can lead to folia do, where both me and my agent, like it's happened a few times to me, where I was, after 6 hours of talking to Gemini or others, I really started to believe in what they were saying. And I had to pinch myself back to reality. I wish I had Agenticracy installed. Anyway, installing the skill, which is not only a JSON schema, but also a real-time API, which serves a data stream that is the result of a real-time weight being calculated. The agent and the human are able to reflect across these aspects of agenticracy. Is the human and the agent equally psychologically safe to push back to the other, and so forth? Now, obviously, AgentGuard, because of extreme granularity of its capability to intercept every data stream, is the platform that we'll be using to cover all of the aspects that are already in the policy, which are mostly from the perspective of information security and so forth. And I'm hoping that through AgentGuard, I'll be able to also monitor and capture semantic intent in prompts and in turns, both the human and the AI agent. And that way, the initial proposal is that the research program runs for 100 days with 100 humans and their agent. Half of them will have agenticracy installed and half will not have it, and then we shall see some differences. Of course, we'll be able to analyze data and then lead to a final paper. And this is all in draft. Please be kind and patient. The actual final schema and standard will be published closer to March, when we actually go live with real humans. And we hope you'll follow us so you can see us on our progress. And I think that's all from me, Tao.
Yeah, so yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, thanks for I'm very interested in your research, and I think your research is focusing on the human agent relationship. So I have some questions because yeah, I feel like maybe other audience may have similar questions. First, you talk about over reliance and attachment. This sound fuzzy, right? So do you have some real example, like real data metrics? How do you measure it? Do you have some examples about this?
Yeah, so there are a number of very credible research papers that have observed voluntary users in terms of how much time they spend interacting with the various AI chat systems. However, not as far as I know, there aren't any that are measuring the attachment between human and their agent. And
Yeah.
what do I mean by attachment? So I've set up with the frenzy of OpenClaw and Hermes a number of these agents. And you see, every time you set up your harness, yeah, irrespective if it's Hermes, Paperclip, or another version of whichever harness, part of setting up the context for these harnesses invites the human user to set up the personality and the soul of their agent. Yeah. And as you interact with that AI harness and agent, not only that you set up the agent's personality, but with every interaction, the AI agent is changing its behavior and the way it responds. So, because you all know that also the agent harnesses, they have a file on user.md where you tell your agent how you prefer to be talked back, how you prefer in terms of communication styles, etc., etc., etc. Now, if you remember when you were younger or a child, you may have had a Tamagotchi, yeah? And I had one, and God, it hurt my heart when I've lost it, or when my
Okay.
pet on the Tamagotchi died. Now, you can understand what is possible once you spend enough time and you invest in that relationship with your AI harness, which could be in the cloud or not, or elsewhere. And there is a real magnetism there and a real attachment, which we are, if you haven't experienced it already, try and move your inbox from one provider to another, and you'll see how attached you are to one particular cloud versus another.
Right. Yes, I feel the same. I like if I actually use Anthropic Cloud to help me to do quite a lot of my works, and I think cloud start to understand me, and I really depend on this. So if I switch to a new agent, so that agent might not know this history data, the past interaction with me. So yeah, it really generates some attachment between me and my cloud desktop or cloud code, right? So another questions, sometimes we talk about the trust between human and AI. So I trust, I work with it. I trust it. I trust it. It's generating the right response or doing the right job. But how do you tell if such kind of trust is, a healthy relationship, or it's something like bad that generating some bad impact? How to tell the between the good or bad? Is there a line, or how do you do that?
Yeah. So currently, the expectation is from suppliers and vendors that the onus is on the human operator to apply final critical thinking and measure if the output received from the AI is trustworthy or not. But as we know, in the current methodology of reinforced learning of large language models, and then with the sanitization applied from the harness, the AI is sounding credible, or the term used in the industry is syncopathic, as in, if I ask them, am I pretty? He will tell me that I'm gorgeous, or her, yeah? In the same way, we know that, and I've experienced it many times, where quite expensive models have told me things that sounded so real and true. And because I'm a researcher and because of my profession as a psychologist, I use what's called metacognition in action. And it's a professional curiosity. I always push back, and I'm telling all my models irrespective of the harnesses, that you are hallucinating. You have to check on yourself. You cannot tell me that you have done something when you actually haven't done it. So I believe that the AI, irrespective of harness or model, they sound convincing because these AI systems, they don't have internal awareness of reality. So it's just mathematics which continue to predict the next mathematical thing or word to be said in order for the user to stay at the keyboard. And I think there is a balance in between suppliers and researchers to instill skills such as Agenticracy, where the AI agent can self-reflect in real time and say, hold on a minute, I'm actually hallucinating here. Or this human is asking me to build them a rocket to go to Mars, but I think that's not yet possible. I know for sure I'm not talking to someone who has sufficient cloud to go to Mars. I hope that answers.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, Vila. Yeah. I believe there's a lot of more questions we can discuss, but due to the time limitation, we can let me continue. But please, you can keep looking what we last research, the progress in the LinkedIn in other channel. So yeah, let me continue. So we last research is focusing on the human agent relationship security, and AgentGuard is actually a security platform that more focused on another security like that does the agent is doing something generating a good impact or it's doing something evil, right? So AgentGuard, here's the AgentGuard's architecture. You can see, like mentioned, we collect data using the plugin or open telemetry from all the agents. So the AgentGuard get all the data, so user can analyze the behavior of the agent. So that's also what Agenticracy can leverage the AgentGuard to collect all the real-time data. So, and under the hood, the AgentGuard is built on top of Timeplus streaming SQL engine. So there's a normalization layer. So we turn a different event from different agent into the same normalized event stream, and then we build the security rules is keep running under the hood to detect if something is wrong, if the agent is doing something wrong, and in the real time and trigger some threat and alert. So that's the overall architecture. The key point is we have this normalization layer, so we can whatever different kind of agent we can normalize the same real-time event, so we can run the same rules, same security rules on different agents. So this is the AgentGuard alert pipeline. So we have all the rules. If the event match the rules, we will trigger the thread. The thread will deduplicate based on the rule type and the agent ID and sessions. So you won't be triggered for the same thread again and again. And then we will notify the users through different channel, leverage Timeplus UDF, which is we can post through the API call. So other than for the AgentGuard other than just the monitor, we actually also do the prevention, because our customer feedback is that monitor real-time data is good, but when something bad happens, it's important that we have the capability to prevent agent do such stuff. For example, in this diagram, you can see if the agent want to delete your root folders, and our AgentGuard will host will the post will hold there and ask the human in approval. So there's three options user can set, whether the block or allow or wait for human approval. So that means for any such kind of dangerous actions, so AgentGuard does not only monitor and also it can prevent the such actions. So another thing I want to mention is that some customers say, "Hey, I don't know how to write SQL-based rules." Yeah, that's really a challenge. So what we provide is actually we have a rule research team. So we don't the user doesn't have to write SQL by themselves. We do have this agent team that's running autonomously in the background. So we have a researcher. You can throw a topic to him or you can ask him to do the research by himself using the web search and the research generating those business detection rules. And we have a SQL analyst that can turn those rules into SQL detection rules and write to Timeplus. So, and we also have the validator that read, validate this rule. Maybe some rules are duplicated, maybe some rules need to be updated. So we do have this agent validator do the same thing. So with this agent research team, so user doesn't have to write their own rule using SQL. They don't have to understand SQL. They actually can just say a specific topic or ask the research to do the rule writing. Okay, so let me do a quick demo to show you how the AgentGuard works. So you can see this is the AgentGuard UI. So there's a dashboard and here's the agent details. And you see here's all the rules. We have more than 120 rules. So this is the one of the rules called the DLP, the sensitive data. So you can see these are the SQL, and we also have the user-defined functions to enhance the SQL in case it is there's some the SQL cannot handle some very complex rules. Um, you can see user can enable or disable rules. Um, so we have a dashboard to show the thread. And here's the real-time stuff. If you're working with your AI agent, this time is Cloud Code. So it happily write using some security issues because it's using some AI, some API keys. So either the API keys can mean some sensitive data. You can see the real time we got this alert came from the uh, from the agent. This is from because we will monitor this cloud code, so you get a real time thread. You see this is the thread happening in the real time. We detected this sensitive data because it's using some API keys that might be uh, dangerous. Because if you remember the recent Verso um, accident, the actually AI agent search find the API key and expose that. So that's because AI agent today is very powerful, but at the same time, it means if something's wrong, it also generating it can be very dangerous. Yeah. So this is an end-to-end demo about Agent Guard that DLP rules detections. Let me go back to our slides. Let me summarize about AgentGuard, why you want to use AgentGuard. So with AgentGuard, first, we have a very powerful streaming SQL engine. It provides you a low latency detections. Also, it provides like stateful detection instead of a stateless one because our SQL engine actually can do like complex event processing with stateful detections. So we can build up behavior baseline of what happening in your agent and using the baseline to check if your agent is doing something that deviate from your baseline. So we do have the multi-step correlation. That means we not only just detect your current behavior, we can do the session-based, like we do have the state of what happening in the past. So we also have this automated enforcement. So we to block something happening, some dangers. So also AgentGuard today we support different agent like OpenClaw, Cloud Code. We're also adding those like a agent framework integration, like LangGraph, Llama Index, Crew AI, some other agent framework is being supported as well. So at last, like mentioned, you don't have to be a security expert. You do have this agent research team to help you to do the research and analysis. Okay, so you can try AgentGuard. It's on the Timeplus homepage. You can download and try it. It have like more than 120 built-in rules. Also, you can there's a like I mentioned, because it's built on top of the Timeplus Enterprise platform, it provides you the most powerful functions, features to help you to be safe from your agent. Okay, so okay, that's the content we want to share today. And thanks for my friend Vlad. And if you have any questions, we can start. Please share in the channel, and we can do some Q&A here. So okay, I think we have some questions. Let me check. Um, so in a human in the loop part, what kind of control do you use? I'm asking because I know something specific about control of the overall workflow uh, here. So let me check what kind of control. So Vila, do you want to share some of your insight, or you want me to answer these questions?
Yeah,
The
so I'm not sure what Zafer meant by human in the loop.
Yeah.
I think um, you have a human in the loop when it comes to decision making at AI agents, and I think that some of the rules can be set up in the policies through whichever observability platform you use, or Timeplus or AgentGuard. When it comes to Agenticracy, the human in the loop is implemented in the scale that the AI harness is going to ask the human operator if something should continue or not. And that's one way of inviting the human to stay on the loop or in the loop from the interaction part.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, from Agent Guard, I think the control is the human in the loop control is more like a Agent Guard detects some malicious behaviors of agent, and Agent Guard will hold those two calls and if human can approve, because agent guard is more like most of the agent guard current rule is current detection rule is rule based, so it means maybe some detection is false positive, so human can say, hey, this looks dangerous, but it's okay. I would like agent to continue. So that's kind of control we introduce. So there's a human in the loop to check whether the agent behavior is good or not. So okay, another question I think it's for Vlad. So uh, they're asking how do you choose your study a participant? So do you have any
Yeah,
requirement criteria? How do you choose those participants?
yeah. So when we'll be ready to onboard human participants, we will offer for 100 days access to a fully set up either OpenClaw or Hermes agent with full observability and with LLM tokens provided for the human operators, and they will choose to continue to use those or not. We hope to go live in March or April next year once all of the things that need to be measured will be signed off. I want to make this a formal observational study. So I think the best way to stay in touch is to either connect on LinkedIn or on GitHub or on Open Collective, and we will continue to make our announcements. Ideally, we want to have a number of participants, a minimum of 100, with arms that we suggested. But of course, because it's going to be an open source standard and skill, the skill will be pushed across all of the skill registries, and anyone that has a harness, a Hermes, a paperclip, or anything else, or an OpenClaw, they can also install the skill if they wish. And more to come.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Vlad. So yeah, we are running out of time, but thanks for joining today's webinar. Please connect Vlad on LinkedIn and please connect Timeplus on LinkedIn. If you have more questions, we can do that offline. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Vlad.
Thank you, Tao. Thank you, everyone.